Hello and welcome to Patrick's Models and Transport. So, Merry Christmas. We're very close to the Christmas Day. It's today's the 23rd of December 2023. 23, interesting date. And so we're very close to Christmas. So first of all, I'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and also an oncoming Happy New Year. But I'll probably do another video for the New Year as well. As you can probably know from my accent, I'm half Scottish and New Year is a very important celebration for us. So definitely I'll be doing a New Year one as well. Anyway, this video is just you see this way you see me for a change. Generally you see my hands, whether they're bare or with the dreadful latex gloves I don't like, doing fiberglass pencil work, and just to say hello and thank you for following the channel. Thank you for the likes, thank you for the views first of all, because it's been very interesting in these months since I decided to start the channel again. And this channel my channel has been around for some time, not as Patrick's Models and Transport, but with my own name and surname. And but it was sort of lagging there. I'd put a few videos of motor cars and transport, and it was sort of sitting there. And what happened was that in 2021, after nearly 30 years that I hadn't touched a modelling kit, model train, or done a drawing, because one of my other hobbies is drawing. I like drawing, I like pencil drawing. And I decided to start doing these things again. I mean, I've always been interested in manual work and repairs, and I've always practiced DIY. And okay, I'm not a car mechanic, but you know, repair what you can, small repairs. I've always done these things, and all the DIY in the house, minus touching the gas, so plumbing, electricity, and so on. And my father was a very good teacher in these things, so I began passing tools and helping, and nowadays I do the lot. Okay, apart from that, blah blah blah. So I decided I'd bought a model kit in 2002. It's actually, I'll show you it in a minute. See, we're chatting. I can actually chat tonight. So it was, in 2002, I bought, or 2001, I don't remember, the model kit, this 135 scale Alan, made in Russia, ZIS-5 truck kit. And just because I was thinking, I told myself, I'll begin modelling again, I'll begin building models, I'll begin doing things. Then for one reason or another, it never happened. It just never happened, and that was that. And it just sat there when I was living with my parents. Then it actually, I think when I set up my own house with my wife, the first house we lived in, it moved there. I remember buying the Tamiya cement in 2014, which is over there. I can see it on the desk. You can't see it, but I can see it. And then, you know, facts of life and things, and you're involved in other projects. I was, because nowadays I'm not, involved in active bus preservation in Italy. Oh, this is another story. Very difficult thing to do in Italy. Very difficult. That I'm in an association that other younger people who have got the will and the stamina to get on with this business in this country, where it's not like the UK. No way. Not at all. But hats off to who does it. So I was involved in that, involved in organising historical exhibitions, photo exhibitions, all sorts of other things. And eventually at one point, for various reasons, I'm not going to stay here and talk about them, I decided I had to pull out and concentrate on other things. So I decided at that point, in 2021, I'm going to start building models again. And of course, this was quite complicated. We'll actually do a video with all the photos and all the steps on this model kit, which is really fantastic. This was pretty difficult, mainly because of the not very well detailed instructions, or quite this was a real challenge. I built this last winter, between winter and the beginning of spring, and it was really good fun. This was a great kit to build. And when I build a kit, I like to look at all the photographs and document myself and see the real thing and make it as realistic as possible. And anyway, so this was what pushed me to start modeling again, to build this kit, build and paint. Because when I was a boy, I was building kits, but I was never painting them, because at the time there was this smelly solvent-based paint, and then I was at school. Family things, you have to concentrate studying and things like that. It was not a very good environment for these kind of things. So I said, I'll postpone it to when I have time and freedom to do it, And so I eventually did. But I didn't begin with this. This was too complicated after such a long break, after over 30 years break. So I bought myself, it's over there, I'll show you it in another video, an Airfix 132 scale Volkswagen Beetle. It was complete with paints and everything, sort of basic kit. And I built that. It was such good fun and so relaxing. And then I restored another kit. We'll talk about that one as well. Something that I had when I was a kid. And we'll do a video about that. And a Mack CF fire truck by Monogram. But we'll actually do a video about that. So that's another story, and we'll talk about that with all the photos. Anyway, I'm talking and talking and talking as usual, but at least tonight I'm not just blabbing away, waffling along. So this is the main reason that I decided to start modelling again, because I wanted to build this kit. Plus I had some other odds and ends as well. I had a 176 Bedford. Oops, that was clever. Drop that. Drop. It just dropped. I took it by the tarpaulin. Yes, so I'll have to. Everything okay? No damage? No. It's sturdy stuff. Okay. Right. Another kit that I did build was this one. This was in 2022. I bought this, I think, in the same period, 2001 or 2002. It's a 176 Bedford MK Army lorry, British one, and this was also a very nice little model to build and paint and detail. So I used all sorts of techniques also for the painting. So these were two of the jobs I wanted to do. So the reasons I started modeling, and in summer 2022, I had, when I was a kid, a Lima model train set with various two locomotives. You've seen one of the two starting locomotives, the German Deutsche Bundesbahn BR39 282 locomotive, and the other one instead is the Italian State Railways E656, but you've not seen that yet. I've not shown you it yet. I'm going to do a presentation with that train, with that locomotive, and with the actual very first train set, the very first items my dad bought me in 1979. And I thought I'm going to go to my parents, and just within my ex-bedroom, and I said I'll take the train set home and I'll make myself a model railway layout. The model railway layout you've seen in all the videos, the small compact model railway layout that I built. And that was the beginning of my love affair. I fell in love with trains again. I'd always been interested in trains. I mean, my interests in transport are on the omnivore side. I'm interested in cars, buses, trucks, or lorries as we say in the UK, ships, planes, military vehicles. I'm also interested in militaria. Sometimes you've probably heard me mentioning my military service in Italy, which I often quote. It was compulsory military service we had to do. And so you'll have heard me waffling and talking about these things. So it was a moment when I said, right, I'll take that and I'll begin having a go at this. Because in 2021, no, sorry, 2022, I did a drawing for my uncle. One of my uncles was operated. He had heart surgery, and he is a big steam train enthusiast. He loves trains. So I had already started drawing again, and I did a drawing, pencil drawing of a what I can't remember. It was a Southern Railway 060 locomotive. Maybe I can't show you it because it's in a computer, but I can just tell you exactly what locomotive it was. Just a moment. I'm just looking in the computer because after I archive and scan all the drawings, where are we? Here's the one called drawings. I've not got the right glasses on. I've got the distance glasses. Usually you see me, I'm using these. Okay, Southern Railway Q class 060 locomotive. And because I looked through a lot of photographs and I liked it, I said, I'll do this. It's nice. I like 060s. I like British trains very much. The problem with British model trains is that they're in 00 scale, 176. My train set and everything is continental, 187 HO, so I'm in HO. Of course, I would quite like to have something in 00 as well, but it would be too complicated and I don't have space. Anyway, so I made this drawing for my uncle, and when I was doing this drawing, I was looking up, when I was working on the drawing, I was looking up reference, I was looking up photographs, and I also looked at some videos, because I was just had to have a look at the real thing on YouTube, and I saw some nice videos and things, and then a wee light bulb switched on in my brain. I said, whoa, let's see if what model trains, British model trains are available. Let's look up. And I looked up some names and I found a channel. But actually, the first channel that popped up was Sam's Trains. And I started watching Sam's Trains. And I was watching Sam's Trains, so YouTube got me back into trains and model trains. And I'm watching this video and I'm thinking, that's nice. I could rescue my train set and do something with it, you know, and all the videos of the maintenance and cleaning the motors and all the different things. And then I began looking up, of course, Lima trains, because my trains were Lima, and other things on internet. So I rescued the train set. The two locomotives had never been, the motors had never been opened in their lives. They'd been played with intensively, because every Christmas when I was a kid, I used to get to put, I've told you this in videos, my mum and dad used to let me they've got a big round living room, dining room table, which extends to an oval. So I used to get putting my oval of track on the living room table for the Christmas period, sort of between Christmas Day and after Christmas Day, because we used to have the Christmas dinner. And so Christmas holidays meant model trains for me. So that was a great entertainment, and sometimes in summer as well. And that's what, but they'd always been played with. They'd never, ever been maintained. I'd never done any servicing, so they were a bit not working properly. I cleaned the wheels, I cleaned the track. The locomotives were kind of stiff, but you know, Lima G-class motors, they worked. And then gradually I got another controller on the Vinted platform, a better Lima controller. Then I began watching other videos of other YouTubers, and I began looking on Vinted, other platforms for other, and so eventually then I bought I've always been interested in steam locomotives, so I extended the steam locomotive collection. I'm not going to count how many there are, just in case my wife is watching this video. She knows about me. It's not a secret, but it's better not to give numbers. Giving numbers is not a good idea. Anyway, it's Christmas. Okay, so this is how things began again, and being interested in the mechanical side of things, being interested in the maintenance, watching videos, I started, looking, and I learned how to do the maintenance to the electric motors. I mean, I know how an electric motor works. My father showed me and taught me things regarding electricity and electric motors, and by trade I'm a translator and interpreter, and I work with a lot with technical translation, so I really have a clear idea of technical matters. And I'm also an English teacher working for, this is just my background, where I work for adults, and I'm doing myself a spot of adverts here, that's interesting, you know? And we're talking about economic or technical matters all the time. So what I did was I began opening the motors, doing the maintenance, buying other locomotives second hand, do the maintenance, look up on forums and create my own technique for locomotive maintenance. And I was mainly just doing my thing, and this summer, when I made the first the first home-built rail car, I started toying with the idea of restarting my channel. This was the idea, sort of saying I could do it, because also it was a matter of I've got quite a lot of Juef locomotives, and I've got Pico locomotives, and what I saw, there's a general lack of videos in English for these either Juef or Pico or even Lima. So there are quite a lot of videos on Lima locomotives, because Lima worked for the British market in English. So there's quite a lot of information and footage on Lima, but British Lima, not Italian Lima. I mean, I've got Italian Lima locomotives. There's videos in Italian by Italian YouTubers, but not everybody speaks Italian. I speak both English and Italian, and I'm half Scottish and half Italian, so I thought, but what I could do, I could make a channel, and sort of rough and ready. I'm at the beginning. I know how to use the video editing software, very simple things. I'm actually going to get around to doing it again, and but I'm interested in content, in explaining and showing the hands-on job. My videos might not be the best, the nicest ones that there are, and but I'm sure I'm going to improve. That's the thing. And if you have any suggestions, please say so in the comments. I'm very open to any suggestions and any advice. So what I did, it must have been this autumn, I had bought the Pico BR64 locomotive, the one I've been talking about for 9 episodes. It's still here, parked on my desk, waiting for the... we're on selfie mode, so it's back to front. So I thought it would be easier to talk in selfie mode tonight. And that's when I decided, I said, I'm going to do the channel. I'm going to restart the channel. And I thought, what name will I give it? And so I opted for Patrick's Models and Transport. Models, because I'm not only interested in model trains, I'm interested in models 360 degrees. And transport, because I'm interested in transport. Let's say that the model trains are one of the, in my interest in models, model trains have a very important role. But I'm not limited to model trains. I even like die-cast model cars. For example, this Fiat, this is a Broom made in Italy, Fiat 500Z Topolino. I've had this since I was maybe 5, 6, I don't remember. This has been played with very, very heavily. It was very, very scruffy with missing parts. And I repainted this in 1993. This is one of the last modelling jobs I did. I scraped all the paint off because it was all flaking, and I repainted it with Humbrol blue paint, diluted with turpentine. Lovely smell in my room. And then I just put it away in a box with other things, and I never got around to finishing it off. I actually put this terrible plastic, this is not very nice windscreen in it, glued on with super glue, you know, the stuff that I don't like. And but it was glued in, so this summer what I did, I actually rebuilt using styrene. I used styrene to rebuild the this missing part here. This is the folding roof, the cloth roof has been folded, and I still have to do another job here. I have to recreate the number plate, and that's going to be another job. We've been doing a video about this, but this here is another of my modelling interests. So die-cast model cars in 1/43 scale or even other scales. So you can see there's a showcase around here right behind me. No, there's it's actually an IKEA greenhouse, but I use it to keep models in. More useful, in my opinion. Okay, anyway, so that was a quick overview on the channel, and upcoming projects in the train department. We've got to do the maintenance of this Juef 040T. This is the version with the enclosed cab, and it's got slightly different mechanically than the other one you've seen. This one's got a 3-pole motor, and there are some other changes. There's some other changes compared to the other model. This is a slightly older model. Very nice, very interesting. And then I will also, seeing we're talking as Christmas, it's preview time. I actually managed, let's see if we managed to get things out without dropping and making a mess. I managed to get a JJ French locomotive. I'm not going to take it out now. I'm just taking out the bodywork because it's wrapped in here, it's wrapped in all sorts of things. This is the bodywork of the JJ elastic driven locomotive, and maybe we could, well, let's have a look. Let's take advantage and just do a small unboxing tonight, wrapped in the bubble wrap. So this here is one of my next projects, and this is quite an ambitious project because of course I've already disconnected this is the bodywork it came with, so we'll just take that off. And this is elastic band driven. The rollers are not connected because the rubber here is decayed. We'll be doing a very, very big servicing job here, restoration even of the mechanism. So I'm going to be looking up reference also to find out how to dismantle these bogies. I told you I was after one of these and I managed to get it, and I'm very, very pleased, and it's going to be a very good job, a very interesting project. When I finish, we'll bet the better cab on. This one here is more detailed and it's got the front headlamps as well. So this will be another. This is one of the upcoming projects, as well as seeing other things. So we'll be doing a train running session soon as well. I'll actually take the board out, and I'll run a few trains, a few things you've not seen. So there'll be some new entries in what you're in the channel, and also things that will then be subject to improvement and modernization as well, let's say. I'm thinking about that Italian State Railways E656 right now. We're going to be working on that this year. And then I have up there 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 model kits that have to be built, and that's another chapter of the story. So if any of you are also interested in model kits, there'll be some interesting footage even on that. But for model kits, of course, I won't be doing single take videos because otherwise it'll become deadly boring, you know, me fiddling around with glue and cement. That'll be when I actually get the video editing in service, and that's it. So what else can I say? I think that's it. Thank you for your attention, and see you in the next videos. And again, I wish you a very Merry Christmas, and have a relaxing after very busy period before Christmas. Have a relaxing weekend, long weekend. Christmas Day is on Monday, and Boxing Day is on Tuesday, so we've got a few days to relax and retune our brains to some more relaxing activities, and maybe have a break. Anyway, Thank you very much again for your attention. If you like the channel, click, if you liked what I'm talking about tonight, click the like button and subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. And again, Merry Christmas e Buon Natale. Cheerio, ciao ciao.